warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning everyone. We are from group 1 and today we are going to explain and present our material about the nature of scientific inquiry. Before we start our material, I will introduce our member. The first is me, Anfal Jayadi, and my partner is Alamsyah Putra. So let's move to our material. Our material is about the nature of scientific inquiry. So, what is science? Science is an error correcting process. Science thrives on open and free debate about the merit of rival hypotheses. Sometimes many rivals are considered before the best is found. It's the nature of scientific inquiry that scientists publish hypotheses that may later be disproved by new evidence and replaced by a better result. Eventually, some hypotheses receive sufficient positive evidence. They become accepted as part of scientific knowledge, with the proviso that even the best theory may be revised in the light of new evidence. Scientific inquiry refers to the diverse ways in which scientists study of natural world and propose explanation based on the evidence derived from their work. Although science has improved its method over the century, no method exists to take data as input and produce true scientific theories as output. The history of scientific shows that some scientists are better than others at proposing plausible hypotheses that later prove to have the most evidence in their favor. But even the best scientists have a mixed record.
Okay, the first one is experience. Experience is a familiar and well-used source of knowledge. After trying several routes from home to work, you learn which route takes the least time or is the most free of traffic or is the most scenic. By personal experience, you can find the answer to many of the questions you face. Much wisdom passed from generation to generation is the result of experience. If people were not able to profit from experience, progress will be severely retarded. In fact, this ability to learn from experience is a prime characteristic of intelligent behavior. The second is authority. For things difficult or impossible to know by personal experience, people frequently turn to an authority that is they seek knowledge from someone who has had experience with the problem or has some other source of expertise. Authority is a quick and easy source of knowledge. However, as a source of knowledge, authority has shortcomings that you must consider. First, authority can be wrong. People often claim to be experts in a field when they do not really have the knowledge to back up the claim. Second, you might find the authorities disagree among themselves on issues, indicating that their authoritative statements are often more personal opinion than fact. The third is deductive reasoning. Reasoning deductively is a sense conclusion only based on general instruction, given premise and facts, evidence related special cases. And inductive reasoning. From the name alone, it seems inductive, which means to draw conclusions for general truth or bigger, same as parent, such as generalization. For example, premise 1: when you go to the market to buy goods, it turns out that the seller is a Chinese. Premise 2: when buying iron at a big hardware store, the seller was also a Chinese. Premise 3: Alamsyah, the richest businessman in Indonesia, is also a Chinese. So the conclusion is all Chinese people are good at trading, because from that two source of knowledge in deductive reasoning, you must know the premises before you can reach a conclusion. But in deductive reasoning, you reach a conclusion by observing examples and generalizing from the example to the whole class or category. To be absolutely certain of an inductive conclusion, the investigator must observe all examples. So the last is the scientific approach. This is a disciplinary approach and a functional scientific approach to a particular problem. In the scientific approach, it is demanded to carry out the methods or steps in a certain order, so that is also necessary. For example, is like a researchers interested in increasing student on a test behavior might hypothesize the positive teacher feedback increases on a test behavior. All hypotheses indicate specific phenomena to be observed. The variables in this case positive teacher feedback on a test behavior.